Thanks for joining. This is Movado, and I'm back here with another Empyrion Galactic Reforged Eden version 1.8 video. Today I find myself on a hell planet, and as you can see, I've got some drones in front of me, the harvesters, actually 3 harvesters and a swarmer, or a swarm in front of me here. So the purpose of today's video is to kind of walk you through planetary drone harvesting, what you're going to see, how to handle it, and how I would approach the situation. Today I'm in my Soter Combat SV. You'll find that on the workshop released a couple weeks ago. This is armed with 6 plasma cannons and a couple miniguns, I think 3 minigun turrets. The way I'm going to approach these harvesters is I'm actually going to target the generators with my plasma, and through the explosions of destroying the generators, I am going to take out the core, and then I'll be able to loot them. The nice thing with having the miniguns that I have is that they will also help target the generators. So first thing I'm going to do, and the way I'd recommend approaching your hell planets is you can leave all of that on, but I'm only going to have these guys focus on generators only. And these are the minigun turrets that I have, and the nice thing with that is they'll still shoot all the drones and troops and enemies, predators, etc. But when they attack the base, they're only going to focus on the generators, so the turrets will tell me where the generators in each of these drones are. Okay, so the way I'm going to look at this is, since we have a cluster, and the reason I picked the clusters because they can be sometimes a little bit more challenging, is I like to isolate and I like to come up on one side. Like this guy, you can see I'm kind of putting him in a row, and I'm going to come at the side like this. So fly in, and you'll want to take out that shield pretty quick. And you can see where my miniguns are shooting, so that's where I'm going to shoot my plasmas. And we'll just keep shooting in there. There it goes. That one's dead. So the plasmas are really nice. You can see where the miniguns are shooting. Now with this one, I probably approach from this side. I'm going to hit F6, maybe, yeah. Yeah, I'm just going to come at the side. I'm going to come at the side like this and do the same thing. My shield is recharged. I'm going to start shooting up there. You can see my miniguns are shooting right here. Now that the shields are down, for some reason it's not even shooting at me right now. That's usually weird. Usually they do shoot. And there it goes. Alright, reload. Let's come over to this one. And then we've got the swarm. So these tall individual ones just shoot out the shield, and then you go for the generator, blow that out. Or if you know exactly where the core is, you can use railguns. It's all personal preference. For the swarm, which I'll get to next, that one is a little bit different because there are 3 of them, and only one of them has the core in it. And I'll show you how to identify it. It's actually really easy. And you can see my shield is 60, 50. It is going kind of fast, and there it goes. The swarm is done. Okay, so the last one that we have here, there's always a cluster of 3 in the swarm, and the one that you're going to want to target, the reason I go low like this, is the tall one. Some people look at the direction that they face. There's probably other ways to identify it, but it's always the tall one, the one that sticks up the top. See, these 2 are the same height. So knowing that, I'm going to come around this side and approach the tall one. Now what I like to do again is I like to isolate, so I'm going to get the tall one in line with one directly behind it, get my plasma cannons, see if this helps a little bit. Yeah, and I'm going to aim right about in that area right there, come forward, as soon as it goes red, start shooting. And you can see where my minigun turrets are shooting. The other ones are shooting at me now too, so my shield will probably drop pretty quickly. And there it goes. That was actually really fast. Swarm is dead. Okay, so that is all of these dead, and looking at these, I'm just going to get a quick peek at them. Yeah, we've got that one, that one. Okay, we got 2 of the same version, and then one that's different of the small ones. Okay, let's get the swarm first. So the swarm is going to have loot boxes. I'm just going to get as close in here as I can. In 2 of the 3 harvesters. And what I'm going to do here is I'm going to come right out here, stand at this edge, press F5, and one thing you can do with your drone is you can actually push yourself. So if you ever get in a spot that you don't like, you can push your body, and then I'm just going to close that door. Okay, now I've got my multi-tool. I'm going to connect to the container controller, and we're going to go inside. This is one that, is this the tall one? This might be the one that I shot. Yeah, this one's exploded. Okay, let's come into this side. You're going to find containers. See, here's the first loot box, or the first salvage drone processors. You'll find it in an exploded loot box. You're also going to find a lot of other ones like promethium and obviously cobalt, and some of these containers wood, iron. You'll also find platinum and other stuff in here too. The other thing you want to look for is up here. You're going to have a loot box, and this is going to be, you saw what was all in there. It was all this stuff right here. There is a rare loot box in all these, so keep an eye out for that. Otherwise, you're going to find lots of these little drop containers with resources in it. Okay, so that's one. That one obviously had the drone processor parts in it. Now if we go back to this one is untouched. This is the box you're looking for. So this one does have them. If you come in with your drone, just multi-tool it. And there it is. There's your parts. You got warp drive, you got ammo boxes, fuel tanks, and then up here is another one of these alien containers. So again, if you multi-tool it, Shift F picks it all up. Lots of drive thrusters and generators and etc., etc. So if you're into picking up all that stuff, there is a lot in here. In fact, these ammo boxes actually have resources in them. So when you hit those, that's where you're going to find a lot of the resources. You can see what's coming out there. Alright, and the last one, this one here is not going to have, I believe, titanium. It does not have a loot box. That is normal. It does have a shield generator, so if you want to pick that up for some extra resources, there's your platinum ore. So this is if you hunt drones, this is going to be a great source of platinum ore. And then you come up top and you've got another loot box right here. So you can multi-tool it, Shift F, pick that all up, and then just drop it all over into your container. And then when you're all done, press F5, get back in your ship. That's the nice thing about sending your drone is it's really quick to get out, in and out, and then you're not exposed to the elements. Okay, next one, this tall guy. And if you obviously saw earlier, there are drive thrusters in all these, so those are an amazing source of resources. Loot those up if you need them. I'm just showing you the drone bits that you can get out of here. Okay, so this one you'll see there was a loot box. There was a loot box up top. It blew up in the explosion. I believe it's this. It is right here. So make sure you keep an eye out for those drop containers. You get some sprouts in that one. And I guess some more ore there. Lots of ore in here. And then the drone parts are way up top. That usually does not blow up in the explosion. And there it is. So you look at that and you get 4 more drone parts. And you're done with that one. Again, just the bits that you need, just the drone parts. Obviously, if you want the other stuff, there's a lot of salvage there. This one, same deal. Gonna come right out to this door, launch my drone, push myself in just a little bit, and then come up here. You can see it's all exploded. Here is the loot box that we saw that was up top. You can see all that loot, and then drone parts. Then more loot boxes, which again I don't need any of that stuff, but that's kind of where you get all that extra goodies, especially this platinum. You'll get enough platinum generally in here to make look at all that ore, to make all your stuff, all your cores. Okay, that's that one, and then we've got, I think the other one was the same. Let me take a look. I think I've looted one of these before. Yep. That's the same one. It's got those little word harvester modules on it. I looted that one already. So that's how I would handle it. If you look around the planet, you're going to find other ones. Swarm, harvester, harvester. You're going to find clusters of them. You'll also find some individually, which I'm not seeing right now. A couple grouped down there, etc., etc. But that's generally a quick walkthrough on how you're going to handle the harvester swarms. One planet, if you go out and do the whole thing, will probably yield you 200 or so 250 drone parts, so enough to make one or two usually aux cores for your CVs, a couple planets, and you can get a lot of aux cores for SVs as well. So anyway, that's all I got for today. That's the Soter SV. That's how I recommend approaching them. Railguns also work, but that's how it's done. If you have any questions, let me know. Otherwise, thanks for joining. Hope to see you next time, everyone. Take care.